Welcome to lesson 145 of our course in miracles. And we keep going through the fourth revision. My mind holds only what I think with God. And we keep reinforcing this idea that, yes, there is in my mind, and I'm recognizing within my being, my mind, two minds. One is the mind of the ego, that constantly keeps talking to us, constantly keeps criticizing us, keeps judging us. When you listen to the ego doesn't say anything positive, really. It might tell you, oh my God, you look amazing. And then the next moment you look terrible. Or it might tell you, you did amazing. You're fantastic. You're successful. And then it might tell you, you're terrible. So the ego is not consistent in the way it talks. Or maybe it is consistent because it only intends to control you and to weaken you, to put you here and to take you down. And this is the mind of the ego, and this is the role of the ego, to take your power away, to confuse you, to make you think and believe that you're less than what you truly are. Yes. So that's the mind of the ego. And I think we can all recognize the mind of the ego very clear. We only have to stop for a minute and listen to our thoughts. And there you go. There you find the mind of the ego. But then there's also the mind of God. The mind of God that is a very soft voice, especially at the beginning when you start trying to really connect to it. And sometimes the ego is louder, you know what I mean? And you want to connect to the mind of God. And the mind of God, and here is the mind of the ego, blah, 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 and trying to grab your attention, and you keep observing but ignoring, and just connecting to your breath and connecting deeper within yourself, and connecting to this space of silence and love and light. And in there, you're able to hear and sense the voice of God. Yes, the voice of God. So this lesson also says that we cannot be in two worlds at once. Yes, so it says it is impossible to see two worlds. Yes, it is impossible to see two worlds. How does this work? Yeah, so you can see, let's say someone did something to you. You can see them as the perpetrator, okay? Or you can see them as, or you can see the situation, how did I create this within myself? What beliefs do I have that actually created this in my outside world? Yeah, so that's two different ways of seeing the same situation. You can see through the mind of God and believe that you're connected to God and to divinity, and still not being able to forgive a brother or another human being or yourself. Yes, because in that sense you are not in both, but you're still in the illusion. In the illusion that everything there in the outside is true, what you see is true. Yeah. And the course is telling us, with this lesson especially, that you cannot be in the two worlds at the same time. And of course, we go from one to other throughout the day. Like, one moment you are blaming someone else or yourself, and on the next moment you're centering and connecting, and then the next moment like that, because this is the training that we're doing. But if you are here truly connecting to your divinity and truly connecting to God, and a thought of someone doing something comes up, and you are truly here, you still feel peace, and you realize that the outside world is there just to show you what you are holding within. So that's one way of looking at your life. When you are in this other side, which is the egoic mind, judging, criticizing. Well, you are in that mind. Yeah. Suffering, you are in that mind. So you can't be in both at the same time. So some people go, oh yeah, because I feel so much peace and love and blah, blah, blah. And then you ask them, so how do you get along with your brother-in-law and or your sister-in-law? Oh yeah, no, I don't. Oh, well, no, she's an exception. I don't talk to her like I don't like her. I mean, that's ridiculous. You either see through the mind of God and realize that everybody is also a light like you, or you are in the mind of ego, and you keep judging everybody and yourself and stay in the illusion. So one recognizes that everything is an illusion, the other believes that the illusion is true. So the two different ways of looking at this world. Beyond this world, there is a world I want. So beyond this suffering, beyond this conflict, beyond this illusion, there is a world that I want and that I can only find within. And this is the journey. Yeah. And if we're going to think about, I want to be successful, I want to have money, why do I want all that? What's the end result? What is that going to give me? Is it going to give me happiness? Is it going to give me peace? So beyond all this illusion, you are still looking for something that you can actually choose right here, right now. So fantastic lesson. See you tomorrow for 146. And yes, keep it up.